was so good the last time he was on BT, we have to bring back Mark Bowden. Truth and Lies, What People Are Really Thinking is the book that just came out, examining all things to do with body language. And we wanted to take the angle of politics and body language and how they go hand in hand. Mark, what do you see with politicians today, before we get specific, Canadians, Americans worldwide, of how they are communicating?
Well, some of them communicate really, really well. They're trained by people like me. So some of them are really, really great. Some of them a little bit new and fresh and don't do so well, but all of them can have problems under pressure. That's where you really see somebody's leadership or their mettle. You know, how do they handle themselves under pressure? Does it tell us something about the quality of their leadership? Well,
the position of politics, you know, it's always polarizing, and when you get heckled, and we have several examples we want you to take a look at. Let's look at our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, handling the hecklers, voices being heard across the nation. What do you like? What do you see here?
Yeah, okay, so in this particular image here, you know, he's taking this heckle, and you see how he's bringing it into him, you know, bringing this idea into him, kind of taking the heckle on. I have seen him take other heckles, though, where he hides a fist behind his back, rather to say, you know, I'm just stopping myself from hitting out at you. So sometimes he handles it well and openly, and sometimes you can really feel the aggression in him, and he doesn't like to be heckled or questioned.
In this situation, whether it's the PM or any person on the stage, what is the best way to disarm the heckler strictly with body language?
Yeah, well, so show open body language. Maybe get them to talk even more. Take control of their heckle. Rather than doing what he was doing, which was a suppressing gesture, to say, okay, that's enough, say, give me more, give me some more. So you're now more in control of that heckle, rather than trying to stop them and they just carry on and it becomes an argument.
Well, you had distance in that case, and I want to show the example of now federal NDP leader Jagmeet Singh.
Yeah.
And this was quite the emotional encounter in close quarters. Tell us what you see here and what you think of how he handled it.
Oh yeah, so Singh does a great job here, just handling the idea of somebody being so close up, you know, right in his grill there. You know, so, but you know, he's got height, and then he brings his hands up as well. And you can see that the heckler there now starts to mirror that and bring her hands up, and it becomes a bit of a battle of height dominance and volume there. So in his case, I would say, especially because he's a tall guy, he needs to bring, you know, the energy of it down slightly, not bring his hands up high, but just lower them around belly area, do open palm gestures just to calm things down, de-escalate essentially.
Okay, so no fire and fury, so to speak, on the Canadian side, but we've seen plenty with a certain president. Yes, let's talk about Donald Trump.
For sure.
The handshake has been analyzed all around the world, but this body language with the president, what do you make of how he communicates with leaders around the world?
No, you see him there with Putin, giving Putin the upper hand there, making sure that Putin has control. But there he is doing it with, I think there, the Japanese Prime Minister, and you can see that classic yank, the pull, which destabilizes. Essentially, whether it's conscious or unconscious, he's trying to destabilize the other person. And of course, that can feel, you know, terrible. Sarkozy here, really trying to make sure that he doesn't manage to do that. Justin Trudeau as well well, here we have the British Prime Minister there having her hand held in support. Again, slightly demeaning there. He has a lot, and here with the German Prime Minister, he just won't even look at her, won't even shake the hand. You know, he takes slights very personally, very personally. He wants to destabilize others by pulling them into him and pulling them off balance. He's a tricky customer, that's for sure.
Well, more analysis of the politics of body language and how we communicate in this book right here, Truth and Lies, What People Are Really Thinking. Mark Bowden is the author. Thanks for coming back on.
Thanks very much.
That was a firm handshake, too. I saw what you did there. No pull on it. Appreciate that. Top news stories coming up here on BT. Stay tuned.